To the residents of our wonderful district, my name is Laura Devlin, Chairperson of Newry, Mourne and Down District Council. As my term as First Citizen comes to an end, and this has been a year like no other, I have been reminiscent about the wonderful people, organisations and communities that I've been honoured to meet over the last 12 months. In recognition of all their achievements, I have chosen to plant an oak tree in each of the 7 electoral areas across our beautiful district. So please join us now as we reflect the past year within our area.
In March 2020, something entered our lives that no one had foreseen. Our cities, towns and villages came to a complete standstill as we watched the world react to a deadly pandemic. Our communities banded closer together to protect the most vulnerable and to ensure no one was left behind. Key workers, frontline staff and community volunteers all rose to the challenge, knowing that now, more than ever, we needed them. As the year rolled on, across our district we found solace in open spaces. Our parks, beaches and mountains became more important than ever. And throughout the ebb and flow of restrictions, we reconnected with the beauty around us. As we see green shoots of economic recovery and hope in a brighter future, it's important that we remember this year. Remember all of those who are no longer with us and those whose courage and strength inspired us. So, to mark this period in our district, we asked community volunteers from across our 7 regions to plant an oak tree as an everlasting memorial to a year that we will never forget.
I'm Pete Haughey, Chairperson of Newtown Together Mainshade in Newton Hamilton in the area of Slieve Gullion. We were the first group in Newton Hamilton when the lockdown just started. We were the first people to go out and engage with the community.
My name is Joe Ryan. I'm Chairperson of St John Bosco GAA Football Club in Newry City. We organise a group of volunteer drivers within the club, 24 in total, and we delivered food boxes to the needy and the vulnerable within Newry City.
My name is Cllr and I'm from St Peter's GAA in Warrenpoint in the Leavy area. Over lockdown we created our own response team and provided a dog walking service, food and prescription delivery services.
My name is Ryan O'Neill and I'm from Cllr in the Mournes. I got made redundant from a job at the very start of the pandemic, and I was left with a lot of free time on my hands then, and I found out about the council scheme to feed the vulnerable, and so I volunteered for that.
My name's Thomas Leavy and I'm from Journey Community Church in Downpatrick. During the pandemic we were drafted in to be the food distribution centre. That meant just breaking down food orders in bulk and packs and then breaking them down to go out to different food distribution companies.
I'm Audrey Slater. I live in Ballynahinch and I'm the Secretary of the Ballynahinch Community Collective. We were able to fund and be funded to take essentials and PPE provisions to people who were living alone, frail, elderly, or maybe both, and were shielding in our community.
My name is Maria McKeating and I represent Ballynahinch GSC in the Slieve Council area. During the COVID crisis, we distributed food parcels on behalf of Newry and Mourne Down District Council. It was lovely to be able to do it for the area. I think it gave just a positive vibe within the area.
As we begin to move forward and look to the future, I believe that the trees are a symbol of hope, a reminder of all that we as a community have been through and what we have achieved since the beginning of the pandemic. To our NHS who have worked tirelessly under the most challenging of circumstances. To the statutory and community organisations who came and worked together to help those who are the most vulnerable or most in need in our district. To our teachers who have guided and educated our children in ways that we would have never have imagined possible. To the retail sector who worked extra hours to ensure that we all had everything that we needed. And finally, thank you to you, the residents in our district. You followed the Executive's guidance and stayed at home to keep us safe. Last year, when I was selected to be chairperson, I knew this would be a year like no other. However, I can honestly say it has been my greatest honour. Thank you.